I have a hive that has had a pretty rough go of it. They had to be moved in a situation that was basically a cutout and then treated for mites after they already had brood with thermidol, and we've had some burnt brood that the bees have been bringing out. And also because of the move, they've been bringing out some wax and things, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you some of the different things that can come out of a hive in case you've never seen it, so you can actually see what it is. And so what I do is I have these stepping stones, and I borrowed one from another hive just to give me a little bit of extra space. And part of why I have these here is then I can easily see what's coming out of the hive. And we're going to put pebbles down here instead of mulch later, but we haven't had a chance to do that. So in the meantime, these stepping stones are really helping me fun little art project too. But so I'm going to show you some of the things that have come out of the hive. First, something really normal for winter. It's been really cold here, below 40 in the 30s. So that's adult bees that either got chilled or died overnight, and then they were just, earlier this morning they were on this little porch area. The bees had taken them out just to keep the hive sanitary. And then when things warmed up and the sun came out, they got them off the porch and down here, and now the bees are helping them clean that out. Now the bees can get in the hive, so I have some ant barrier over there, but they do a great job of helping the bees out down here. Another thing I've taken out, and this is some brood, so that would be some older brood that doesn't have quite color yet, but has a lot of that brood shape. And I've seen a lot of this. This hive got, I think I hit it too hard with the Apiguard, so we did have some brood loss. They might have gotten chilled a little bit too since they got moved recently, and I was hoping we wouldn't have this little cold spell, but it did get us. Their brood nest is kind of spread out in a strange way, and I did my best to kind of keep it in one area, but the queen ended up laying in kind of a new spot away from where I had put all the brood comb that I had moved. And so I think we might have gotten some chilled brood as well. So that was either chilled brood, oh, and the bees have already gotten it, or the ants have already gotten it all. But that was either some chilled brood or some brood that was damaged by the Apiguard, likely. And there's another adult bee that the ants have gotten off of here. This other stuff, a lot of this is wax, and since I had recently done a cutout, there's kind of just some damage, and the bees will rework a lot of that wax, but they are just kind of rejecting some of it, so that's what some of this other stuff is. And when they are getting this damaged brood out, this dead brood, good bees can detect beneath the wax cappings if there's something wrong with the brood and if they haven't survived. So they'll go in and pull that capping off, and that's what a lot of this kind of dust on the little porch area is. And the bees will come out and clean this off eventually. There's a lot of activity going on today because they're having to do a lot of cleanup, and looks like we've got some orientation flights going on and all kinds of things. There's a lot of foragers coming back. Very active hive today, but the cleanup crew has definitely been really busy. So we've got the little wax cappings and then some larger wax pieces that maybe was damaged when I moved them, or doing an inspection. I inspected them last week, so they may still have a little bit of damage for that. And there's just a little look at some of the things that come out of here. Oh, and that's some bee poop. So another thing, when they're clustered real tight in there, they don't get a chance to come outside of the hive and relieve themselves. So when we get a break from a couple days of cold weather, because that's kind of what happens here in central Texas, the temperature will drop down for a couple days and then it's back up to nice, beautiful weather. Then all the bees are coming out to relieve themselves. And sometimes they get on the hive a little bit, but if you have anything sitting in front of the hive on the ground here, you'll definitely see some of that going on. So I just thought that was an interesting look at what's going on in my apiary today. I hope y'all enjoyed it.